Okay. Aha. Today is UTAMADUNI Day. During our time, during those years, like few years ago, it used to be called Moi Day. I don't know why it was changed to Moi Day, but I mean to UTAMADUNI Day, but it's well. UTAMADUNI was trying to see what the white people are calling UTAMADUNI, and I realized that actually UTAMADUNI is culture. And because utamaduni is culture, it's like a tradition. This day specifically, I want to discuss. I wish some of you can join me. I want us to discuss our utamaduni as men. With time, we have lost actually the direction. Not everybody, but majority. Especially with the introduction of the Western culture. That's a discussion of another day about the Western culture, but we are going to see in most cases how the Western culture has interfered with our culture as men. If by any chance you are lucky to see how your dad or your grandfather used to behave with your mom or your grandmother, you will realize that it is 100% different. And when you ask around, they will tell you times has changed. For example, during those days, it was known to everybody that a man was the head of the family, was the leader, was the decision maker, was everything in the family. But you realize that nowadays, women also wants to be like we are equal with men. I don't know who lied to women that they're equal to men. Okay, I don't have a problem with women, but I have a problem with men. Now that women are to you, which step have you taken? Because argue with me, women. Whether you approach me in a biblical way or you approach me in a cultural way, by all means, I want to share this link with, I want to copy the link. I share it somewhere so that guys can join us. Let's go live. Yeah, so there is no way you can convince me that you are the equal of a woman. It's not, I mean, comparing a man to a woman is a blasphemy, a discussion that many women are not ready to. But actually, if we have to arrange man, woman on there, but you will realize that even some men actually they accept that we are equal to women. Something I strongly oppose. I will never, and I'm not going to accept that a man is actually equal to a woman. There are many things that can differentiate us from women. Even from our roles, we are different. Now that we are celebrating Utamaduni, you as a man, what actually distinguishes you from your wife, from your sisters, from other women? There must be something. There must be something that actually distinguishes you. And that is the things that we are going to focus on. We know everywhere that men are the providers in their families. Everywhere they are, they're supposed to provide without failure. Don't allow your woman to provide in your family. The kind of life that the family should live, the lifestyle should be the one that the man of the family can manage. During our time, I mean, those times, not our times, it's now my time. During those times, you will realize that even education was not so much focused on the girl child, it was focused so much on the boy child because he was the one to be the head of the family, he was the one to lead the nation, he was the one who will come and lead the society. Now that we have what we call human right, gender equalities, gender inequality, I don't know, whatever they're saying, we have what we call the women empowerment. All these things have come to destabilize a man. Man has been made to be less stable by all those things. A woman is told there is no difference between you and a man, and they accept it, saying, yes, there is no difference between me and a man. We are the same, we are equal. Let me tell you, I'm talking to men, but in case there's a woman listening to me, we are not equal. We are not equal. In your family, even if you are earning 20,000 and your wife, maybe she's working and she's earning 40,000, many men may not agree with me, but this is how I see it well, and it's how it should be. How also some of the men from my place have told me, don't allow that woman to participate in providing for the family, even if she's earning a lot. Allow your children to go to a school you can afford to pay school fees. If I know it's not bad because that's where we start from. If you and your family make sure that the house you are living in is the one that you can afford to pay the rent. That is the tradition of men. That is our UTAMADUNI. Don't allow her to pay for you the rent. Don't allow her to buy food for the family. I mean, don't allow her to provide for the family. You will lose your focus as a man. How can a woman tell you that I have been saving, I've purchased a plot, now I want us to go and construct? And you, as a man, you agree and you say, okay, let's go and build on that plot. That is the beginning of the end. Don't allow that. Buy the plot as a man. Build the plot as a man. Don't question her. Oh, you are earning salary like me. No, that is her about her salary. If she asks you, what do you want me to do with my salary? Ask her, she has many options, but as long as it's not for the providing to the family. The moment you will build on that plot, which was purchased by your wife, as a man, always we have been given the authority to rule over children and women. We have that authority. We have that authority from our ancestors. We have the authority from God. I mean, the authority is ours. We have the authority to rule over them. But now, if you realize that the house you are living, it's your wife who pays rent. The house you are living, you build it on the plot purchased by the woman. Then, you as a man, you will lose the authority even the authority to put things straight. Sometimes you are supposed to come and quarrel. Things are not in order, so you have to quarrel and ask why I think things not working on well. But now, if you realize that, you don't pay rent, the house you are living on the plot, the title deed is not yours; it's for the wife. Remember, they have very loose mouth. Women have very loose mouth. You can never quarrel less than a minute, and she will remind you whatever she has done in that family. And there is nothing as being reminded that I am the one who pays school fees. I'm the one who purchased this land. I'm the one who paid the rent. I'm the one, being reminded stupid things which you could have avoided by paying the school fees. You could have avoided by, living within your means. We know very well we are Kenyans, we are Africans, and our staple food, we know it's ugali. So in that house, make sure unga is always there. And of course, another thing that I don't know who made it compulsory to us is tea. Make sure sugar is there. Those are the staple food. Unga ya chapati, sijui mchele, hizo wachana nazo. Unless kama ni staple food ya familia, provide rice all through. Lakini as far as I know, provide unga ya ugali, sukari, lipa rent, lipa school fees, weka watoto kwa NHIF. Whatever is being done in that family, you are the authority of everything. So the issue of allowing women to provide is not our culture. It is one of the things that we were supposed to celebrate today, UTAMADUNI. We were supposed to remind each other actually that ni utamaduni wetu kama wanaume kufanya 1, 2, 3 as a man. There are things that it doesn't concern women. It was until recently that women were allowed to own land. Not because our forefathers were stupid. They knew what they were doing. But utapata mwanaume kamili mzima ati sitanunua shamba juu bibi yangu amenunua shamba. Kwa hiyo familia, wewe ndio bibi, wewe ndio mke kwa hiyo familia, because you want to stay in a land. A woman is providing. You want to eat food, a woman is providing. You want to sleep in a house, a woman is paying rent. Even in the Bible, that's not allowed. I fully believe in the Bible. I'm a Christian. But I also believe that a man is the one that comes immediately after God. And I believe about a man. Yes, in everything we're doing, please provide. Whether your woman is able to provide or not, don't allow her to provide. I've seen in many ways. I've seen not more than once, not once, not twice. It's more than. I've seen a man being reminded, unanikombanisha na hiyo sofa tumekalia mimi ndio nilinunua. Bwana. Hai, kwa nini sasa? A woman will never forget whatever she has done in that family. Utamkombanisha kidogo na amefanya makosa, yes, amekosea. Umkombanishe kidogo, uanze kusikia unakombana na mimi ndio nilinunua sukari jana. unakombana na nimeta ndio nililipa school fees juzi. Kwanza ya school fees even once don't allow, hata ukikosa pesa cha mtoto akae nyumbani. Yeah. I know you don't believe it, but hata ukikosa pesa wacha mtoto akae nyumbani. Ile siku utapata pesa, enda ulipe school fees, arudi shule. That is our culture as men, and that was what was being celebrated today. I don't know what you are celebrating, but those are some of the things that we need to remind ourselves. For me, yes, I love the Western culture in some case, but there are things that they can never lie to me. As far as, Western culture, when it came, it actually reduced the man. The white wacha niwaambie sasa ukweli, wazungu, when they realized that the issue ya gender equality iliharibu huko kwao, wakaamua kuileta Africa. How do you equalize a man to a woman? Even women themselves, when someone lies to you that you are equal to a man, don't you see it's a lie? There's some lies that you need to know it's a lie. That you're equal to a man. Hey. Whose man are you equal to? Leo tutaongea. Tuongee. Somebody was saying that some men are simping. It's true. But once you know that you are a man, and a woman knows that she's a woman, kuna vitu zingine amta quarrel. I was telling some men some days ago, as a man, if you want to get advice, don't get advice by women. How do you go and sit before women to receive advice? Umekaa chini, wamekukalisha, amekunja marinda, hiyo skirt ameweka hivi, na wewe uko na trouser, umekaa chini unasikiza advice. You also have a problem. One thing we know, men goes to men for advice. Wewe mwenye ukiwa na issue unakimbilia ladies, I don't know, your problem is so big. You can't easily be advised. So the person who can advise you very well is a fellow man. Yeah, come to me, explain to me the problem, I will advise you. I come to you as a man, I explain to you my problem, you advise me. Those who are following me, welcome. You can make a comment if you can hear me very well about my audibility. Both those who are in Facebook and YouTube, just drop a comment about the topic. What am I saying? Women will make decision based on the comfort of today, but a man makes decision with knowledge of 10 years to come, 20 years to come, leave alone even now. They will make a decision based on even the coming generation. That's a man. A woman can tell you, let's sell this plot of land. Let's sell this house. Let's go and live in a rental house. That's a woman. Yeah, I know. Our culture is men. He's not to be like women. We will still talk on that. Yeah? At sasa umepikia, you are calling a woman. Unamwambia ati niko na shida. I mean, kama uko na shida as a man, that one can only be solved by another man. How can a woman solve your problem? It was the culture of African men or African man to deal with problems with other men, not to intermingle with women. They used to behave in a sober way as men, and women used to respect men as men. Hey, nowadays, I've seen it. And if we don't rectify it, by the way, let me say this as we are moving on. If women were able to convince themselves that they are equal to men, what can it prevent them from also convincing themselves that they are above men? You need to ask yourself, kama walijiconvince wakasema, oh, we are equal to men, oh, there is no difference, we are equal before the eyes of God. Which God are we talking about? We are not equal with you with the eyes of God. You are a woman. We were never equal. In fact, I was created first. You were created later on. And that thing, men uh, needs to know it very well. Eh? By the way, there are those kabisa who have believed that we are equal to women. If I ever seen, if I can see a man who can just agree with me that I'm equal to a woman, then you will not be my friend. I will not like you. But place women on their own level. We as men, we are on our own level. I will still tell men one thing: those men who don't provide, those men who run away from responsibilities, those men who have behaviors of women, you are the one who are making women believe they are our equals. Hmm? You, you, in fact, that always see mwanaume because you allow a woman to provide what you can do. Na hiyo tumeongelelea, that was our first utamaduni yetu, we should always provide. Number 2 tumesema don't seek advice from women. We don't have shortage of men, we have men. Yeah, another thing that we need to be doing as men is being wise. And being wise in this case, you only become wise by staying with wise people, and the wise people are men. Now you spend much of your time with women and then you expect to be wise, you'll become stupid. Let women stay on their own. But now you spend time with women, you just become another woman. It's not you cannot be like a man. There are two things. Let me take you to science. We have nature and nurture. The two of them are responsible for you being a man. You are naturally, or you are a man by nature. You are naturally a man. But also you need to be nurtured to become a fully made man by staying with women. Staying with men. Sorry. If you stay with women, that was what if you stay with women, now you will be a man naturally, but by nature, you are being nurtured by women. How can you convince us that you are a man? There are very many men surrounding you. First of all, your dad is a man. You should spend more time with him. You may be having siblings older than you who are men. Spend time with them. In case those two are absent, because I know it's possible, I've seen it's possible the two are not there. Maybe, I want to be very cautious here. Maybe, there are very many things that can make a woman raise a son alone. We have men who run away. That is a very small percentage. That's a very small percentage. Those people who are following me, please, I've said you drop a comment. Uh, that's a very small percentage. Now, another percentage that makes women raise their children alone. Ni wale wanasema I'm strong, I can do without a man, I don't need a man. That's another case. Then there is this one, which actually it's because, sometimes men can pass away, they can pass on, they can get sick. I mean, there are many things that can happen. But I'm talking of a scenario where, okay, they're not there. The dad is not there. So what are you supposed to do? The other men surrounding you. Spend time with them, your uncles, your neighbors. Just spend time with them. You will be a man. You will know how men do. But now you spend time with your mom until you are 30 years, 35 years. I mean, how will you interact with men? How will you become a man? How will you become wise? How will you gain wisdom? Some people are still acting with me that, even women are wise. They're very wise. Yes, in their own line of being women. They are wise in their own line. They cannot share their wisdom with men. Yeah, when women sit down and start talking about themselves, they can pick the wise women in their team. It's like comparing volleyball and football. You can be a very good player in volleyball, but you cannot bring your skills in football. So women can be wise on that, and now let them use that wisdom to advise girls to dress well, to advise girls to respect men, to advise girls, advise that the other women, but not men. Whenever a woman wants to sit you down and start advising you, tell that woman, Pana, we don't have a shortage of men. We still have men who can advise you. Yes. Yeah, we still have men who can advise you. So, tumekaa chini, siamini wewe umekaa chini unapelekwa na unaambiwa na wanawake hivi ndio inafaa ukae, anakuambia kama, I mean, who is her, who is Kibor, the mathematics guru, anasema yes chief, women were classified as children. By the way, we come from the same place with this gentleman. Sisi huko nyumbani unaambiwa, ukienda mahali unaambiwa enda usalamie watoto, bibi yako ndio mtoto wako mkubwa all the way, and it is true. Ni juzi tu ameanza kumea kiburi na pembe na wakaanza kusema ati we are equal. Equal to who? By the way, a woman telling me we are equals, that is insult. Bwana tutakuwa, I mean, are you trying to say God? Anyway, kuna mtu anaitwa Brian Mwanja Kimayo Yamune. Hey, bwana sasa sisi tunaongea Kiswahili na Kizungu, wewe unaanza hii kwanza. Yamune ni lugha gani? Wacha tu nikujibu niseme acha mega kijana Brian Mwanja. Brian Mwanja, ai, hii jamani kama tulikuwa na university. Anyway, kama tulikuwa na university Brian Mwanja, hebu ni text hapo kwa comment. So we are men. Now let me tell you another one. Let me tell you another tradition, utamaduni of men. When a man used to come home any time of the day. Any time of the day. Not because of, I mean, men used to come home any time of the day. If I say any time of the day, I mean they can come home at 1 p.m. They can come home 6 in the evening, 9 in the evening, 1 a.m., or even 4 a.m. in the morning. Those are men. And simply because they had the authority of the house. But nowadays, there's a men by 6 p.m. in the evening, if they don't, or if they're not in the house, they have a case to answer. I mean, as long as you have provided for your family, for everything, go and spend time with other men. Even if you will spend time till the following day, tell your woman, tell your wife, I'm with so and so. Okay, by the way, just to let them know where you are. They are also your, remember your wife is the next person to you. Let them know where you are, but don't waste a lot of time to prove or to request. No, I'm not saying you go to a club, but if you are in a club, mwambie niko club mahali fulani, nitafika ile time nitafika, I'm safe. Naishia hapo. Yeah, mwambie niko, I mean, that's a man. If you want to leave the house, you don't request that yo ningeomba nitoke. Toka tu na wende. Toka na wende. If you can hear me, somebody confirm my audibility. To those who are following, just text me if I'm audible. Unajua technology saa zingine inafika mahali unajiongelesha mwenyewe, but I believe all is well. So I'm saying it is the woman to ask you to go somewhere. Kama anataka aende mahali, wacha yeye akuulize, akwambie nataka niende mahali, lakini si wewe kumwambia tunataka kwenda mahali. Hapana, wewe tumwambie I'm going, na si ati una request. That's being, I mean, that is it. Evelyn Jela ananiambia Jamgei, na mimi nasema missing. Karibu kwa hii mushene. Ya men, na pia ulete mchango wako hapo. You can because I think slowly by slowly we are losing men. So you wonder what kind of men are we having? If the white person, kama mzungu alikuja akadanganya wanawake that you are equal to men, let me tell you, the reality is they lied to women that you are equal to men. So please, as men, let's maintain our standards as men. Don't do duties za wanawake. Don't allow women to perform your duties as a man. That is still our tradition. Na hapo ndio bado niko kabisa, bado nimeshikilia hapo. Yeah. Nilikuwa naongea na rafiki yangu anaitwa Mudhama, sijui mbona yuko online. Kwanza anafaa kuja comment hapo kwa comment section. Was telling him, the day I will see you building a house on a plot purchased by a woman. Oh, okay, he differed with me, but he's my friend. So, you and your friend, you must have room to differ. If the person you are calling your friend amnanga room ya kudiva, then hapo si. So yeye akadiva. But for me, that's it. Whatever we do, even hata tukitaka kwenda out, kwenda Mombasa, because lazima tuende Mombasa, kwenda, mahali mnaweza enda kupumzika tu, tutaenda mahali where I'm able to pay, not naniambia wewe niko na pesa naweza nikalipa hata mimi. Hapana, wewe tafuta siku yako uende peke yako ujilipie. Yes, tuongelee emotions. What is our culture as men in dealing with emotions. Hmm? Emotions. Emotions is what can make someone cry in public. Emotions is what can make somebody slap another person. Emotions is what, uh, but mostly the one I want to deal with. Eh? You are, I mean, how do you deal with, there are very many things that can trigger emotions. Kuna emotions pia mara mingi, kuna emotions ina lean towards happiness na kuna zingine zina lean towards the sad side, yani. Like, for example, during those days when a family member, maybe for example, God forbid, passes on, it was women who cry, they wail. Nowadays, because of the interference of Western modernization, they say men also have room to express themselves emotionally. They have room to cry if they want. They have, ah, let me not even continue. That's from the white man, allowing you as a man to cry and shed tears. Now, if there's a disaster in your family, your children are crying, your wife is crying, now you want to cry. So unaona wewe pia hapo kidogo umeangusha, umechoma. Yeah, sikatai men are supposed to express themselves emotionally. But if crying is what we are referring as emotional expression, then please stop crying. Hmm? Eti sasa mtoto ni mgonjwa, mama analia, wewe pia unalia. Hapana, show some emotional discipline. I know, and everybody knows that you are feeling the pain, but let emotional discipline guide you. If emotions carries you, number one, you will never make decision. You will never make sober decision. So allow the children, in this case, if I say children, it's your wife and children now. Allow them to be carried by emotions. But as for you, mm, as for you, control the emotions. Allow your brain to work, to think. In the midst of the disaster, what are you supposed to do? Mm? My grandfather once told me that mkienda mahali msikie mtu akipika nduru akisema simba simba, ama umekutana na mnyama ingine hatari sana, don't just run. Ati hata no, kama simba itakukula ama itakuua, wacha ikuue, lakini kitu ya kwanza ni how can you run na ujaona kitu inakukimbiza? You turn around uone kama ni ukweli kuna simba, na ukishaona ni ukweli, then now you can flee with the others. But from nowhere mtu ameshout simba, then umetoka mbio. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hiyo tuwajie wanawake wafanye hivyo. I was sharing with a friend of mine from Narok, and we landed on the same table that hata ukisikia maybe there is a shout somewhere and people are running, you don't run. Find out why are people running. My friend is calling me. I told you that I have a friend called Mudhama. Then receive call yake kidogo alafu. Yes sir. Yes. YouTube. Yes. And Facebook. Yeah. Uh, so before you run away, there was a day I was in school, 2016. So in one of the rooms, one of the hostels, watu wakapika nduru wakakimbia. Everybody was running in this direction. A friend of mine from Ziwa. Ziwa is a place in Wasingishu, called Rotich. We walked with him towards where people are running away from because we wanted to know why are people running away. Even the soldiers were running away. Mtu ameshikilia hapa bunduki anatoroka, hata wajui ni nini. So we went up tukauza, tukashika msichana mmoja mwenye alikuwa anapiga nduru. Why you shouting? Why you crying? Kuna nini? Kaniambia ni moto. Moto imewaka kwa wapi? Kwa room. So moto imewaka kwa room, ndio majamaa wanakimbia mpaka askari na bunduki. Mimi nikaambia askari, moto ikiwaka inazimwa au kimbii. So you see now ambao amekimbia atajui na anasema atieni mwanaume. So before you run, first of all, find out. Hata mtu akikuuliza mbona unakimbia, wewe utasema nini? Ukishakimbia, then it means your emotions are not strong. Please be stable. There was a time I was to deliver some news. Some bad news. And you know what bad news are? Bad news ni si ati ni business ilianguka, si ati ni, I mean, so somebody died and I was to deliver the news. So to my dad and the closest people in the family. So I went. We stayed for like 2 hours. Tumekaa wote tumechapa story. Then I just went outside, nikaita my dad, nikamwambia kidogo tu dakika moja. Akakuja nikamwelezea venye kumeenda. Then he congratulated me on one thing. Akaniambia, yani tumekaa na wewe hii 2 hours and you have such news and I never read it on your face. That's how men should be. Kaniambia ingekuwa wewe wengine mama angejua what is on your face before even you deliver. By the way, some of you, we can read the news on your face. But I was told, I think now you are a man. If all of us could not read the news you had. So we talked with that. Then one thing I also knew, yes, sasa alika hata akushtuka. I never even saw her, and I never saw him panicking. Emotions. He knew. He had emotional discipline. I told you this guy, Sir Katum Physics. By the way, this is another friend of mine. If you delay to escape and you succumb to death due to fire or any other danger, what will you say? Okay. What will you say if you succumb to death? How will you talk? Mudhama, umeuliza ukikufa juu ya moto utasema nini? Kwani mtu mwenye amekufa atasema nini? Anyway, I'm saying this. Who said you will die? In fact, if you run without knowing what is chasing you, you can easily die. Okay, this is one of the discussions I will win because you are not talking with me direct. You are writing, and writing is slow. Now hii nayo ndakushinda tu. Lakini si mashindano, nasema kweli. So I'm saying, as a man, keep on just being disciplined emotionally. By the way, this is another discussion I had with Emodama yesterday. Mm, I know he's also almost commenting there. Uh, and one of the things nilikuwa naongea naye is control emotions. Tukaongelelea ile ya in your wedding as a man, will you shed tears? By the way, angalieni kwa comment yake. Those who are following, check on the comment. Kenya tandika. Will you shed tears as a man? And I said no. You are not supposed to. You are not supposed to shed tears. I mean, first of all, the wedding is not for men. It's for women. Ingewezekana hata wangefanya hiyo wedding peke yao. Hiyo ni issue yao. Wedding hata haikuangi ya. In fact, kama ingewezekana, men will not go for a wedding, lakini because it belongs to women. So at sasa uende kwa wedding ya something that belongs to women, you start now. Why? Number one, you are not the first one to marry. You will not be the last one to marry. People will still marry. I told you again, you are talking of a case where you have seen that there is a fire. How do you fail to escape, sir? Do you choose being a man than being alive? Inafaa usikize video vizuri venye nimeeleza. Nimesema don't run while you don't know what is chasing you. Don't run while you don't know why you are running. If you have seen it's a fire and the only way to do is to escape, then do it. Lakini umesikia watu wakipika nduru wakikimbia, then wewe tu umeanza mbio, umeanza kukimbia. You run faster than your girlfriend, than your sister. No, first of all, find out. Niandike ingine hapo tena. Sasa we are on that part of emotions. Na tukaelewana vizuri. Please, let's learn how to control emotions. Kabisa, just let's learn. Let's be emotionally stable. Hey. I know it's difficult, but it's something that we need to discipline ourselves in. Yeah. Such that is one of the factors that will differentiate you from a woman. I want to connect this utamaduni yetu ya kuwa emotionally disciplined and emotionally stable. You know, during those days, not even those days, even right now, some of our cultures could not allow men to cry in public. You don't. It's a taboo. Now, the Western culture comes in and says, you are free to express yourself. You are free to express you can cry, you can shed tears, you can do. Okay, you are free, do it then. But my advice, it's a chain of advice. I was also advised. I'm also advising you. My advice. Remember, I'm advising men. I'm talking to men. Even if nowadays you are being advised that you can express yourself through crying, it's not an option. Please don't go to that option. Please don't go to that option. I know it pains, it hurts, but in all this, be emotionally stable. It's our culture as men. It's our culture to discipline and stable. Ukiwa unatembea na mrembo alafu mtu awachokose, the women will want you to fight. Hata atakwambia pikana na huyu mtu. Their emotions are high. There is somebody who has given a very strong comment. Men, play your role, play your part well and earn respect, and women will definitely respect you. Good. Hiyo naye nimekubaliana na wewe 100%. Why? When I was starting the talk, I said this: play your roles very well. Don't allow that woman to play roles that you are supposed to play. If you play your roles very well, hapo umewin, hapo umefuna kabisa. Nobody will have a problem with you. Yes, that's well kabisa. Nobody will have a problem with you. And you know the kind of roles I'm talking about. But I'm saying this because I know recently men are proving to be weaker. We are losing men to alcohol. We are losing men. 5 a.m. to go and search for alcohol, comes back at night like 9, doesn't know, hata ajui watoto wamekula nini, ajui bibi yake amekula nini, yani yako tu. Then this man wants respect. Mimi nikisikianga kuna mwanaume amechapwa na bibi, sikimbiliangi kusema huyu bibi amekosea. Imagine wewe ni bibi ya mtu mwenyewe afanyi shopping, mtu mwenyewe ako tu, yani yako tu, anaenda akirudi kashaka tu. Ukichapwa hata ni sawa tu, because we cannot categorize you as a man. In fact, you don't. One of the ile nilianza nayo ni kwamba men are always providers. They provide. Don't usikae hata ukisema I know my wife will provide. No. Wachana nayo. Provide as if you are, not even as if, because you are the only person to provide. And women will respect you very well. If you follow all those that we have been discussing, you will realize that you will earn respect and they will respect you. Sijawahi sikia, okay, most of the men sijawahi sikia wakilalamika ati my wife is not laughing me. No, they will always complain of my wife is not respecting me. Simply because men want respect, but now your respect tumeelewana inakuja aje? By doing your roles, playing your part, like it has been said there. After playing your parts very well, then what follows is respect. In fact, your fellow men will respect you and women will respect you. Lakini ukianza ati wewe ndio unakula chakula yenye ujui nani alipika, ujui kama watoto walikula, ujui hata majina ya watoto wako vizuri, that's how we've lost some men. Wewe ndio yule mwanaume mwenye utafika kwa nyumba unaenda kuchiwamia chakula because bibi hata ukatafutia tena na kuwamia. Yeye ndio alitafuta mchana tena wewe ufike usiku wa kuwamia, no. Lakini kama ni wewe ndio unatafuta, you are the one, you are providing for the family, fika hata saa 6 usiku, hakuna shida. The wife of course will warm the food for you because you are the provider. Umechelewa, ulikuwa wapi? Nilikuwa natafutia familia. Na hiyo saa ukikula anakaa hapo chini anakungojea ukule, anakuletea maji ndio isikunyonge. I mean you are the head of the family. Kuna wengine anaambiwa ikifika saa 5 Sahi nama okay, inategemea. Usikuje, lala huko mahali huko. Because you are just a liability in the family. The only one that we have allowed to be a liability is the woman. In fact, she's a very big liability, and we accept that. We know why. We accept it. But once a man you become a liability, you have failed. Eh? One day, visit your friends, your men, and see how they're being treated, especially men who provide, men who are responsible. Visit them. Madam, I'm coming back to you. Visit them. See how they're being treated because they're the sole providers. Na wewe uko hapo ukichelewa kidogo hakuna sapa, ama hata wanakula wanaosha vyombo, wewe unafika hakuna, and you deserve that. So what am I saying? Please provide. Let me read a comment. Sakatum Physics. By the way, Sakatum, his full name is Katumu Tamutama. He's a physics maths teacher, and he is also running a YouTube channel. He has a bigger one, more than this one of mine. Yeah, he's a very consistent man. So such if you want your sema uko na mwanafunzi wa high school unataka asome physics and maths, you search for shifting grades. Shifting grades. Ataandika hapo sahi. He is going to write there the name of the channel that he is running. Now, what if the wife is also earning and chipping in the family budget? Is she supposed to serve me at any hour? What if the wife is also earning and chipping in the family budget? Is she supposed to serve me at any hour? First of all, why do you allow her to chip in? Kwani umeshindwa? Mimi nilisema vizuri, you don't allow to chip in. At your school fees ya hii mwaka ni 50k. Uko na ngapi? Atanakuambia niko na 25, toa 25. Hapana, mwambie hiyo yako hiyo tumia tu mahali ingine, wacha nilipe school fees. Unaweza mwambia akusafu, akataka kukusafu usiku, kwambia umetoka wapi? Nimetoka kutafutia familia. Family gani? Na hata mimi na providing kwa hii familia. Si atakuuza, si you always provide the same amount of money, so I can also come at 9 or 10 like you because we are providing with you together. Lakini hiyo to me ndio napeana advice yangu, my thoughts, but I'm on the side which is more right than yours. One day utaanza kupiga kelele because as men, you know, you are the authority, and whenever you see anything wrong, you have to complain. One day you will complain and you will be reminded of all the things that you are supposed to be doing, but she's the one doing it on your behalf. Kwanza atakuza hata school fees, kwani nani ndio anafaa kulipa? So by allowing her to provide like you, it's like you are selling your moral authority. You are selling your leadership as a man. You lack the authority to confront some things. Yeah. So that is it. I'm waiting for two things. I'm waiting for your reply. I'm also waiting for the name of your YouTube channel, Shifting Grades, that people will, as they are following mine, they will also follow yours. So we shall be discussing our utamaduni as men. What are some of the things that we need to be doing as men? And what are some of the things that as men we are supposed to be dealing with. Yeah, there are many things we as men need to discuss. Next week on, will it be on Monday or Tuesday? I will invite somebody we will be discussing. In most probably this friend of mine, Mudama, mm, live on YouTube here, so that we will get to discuss some of the things about men. Yeah. So as we still have some minutes. We still have some time ya kuchapa moshene. Sitaongelelea resilience and lazima niongee kuhusu resilience. Resilience. Uh, Resilience is another factor. Now, Mutama, you are saying you are entitled to your thoughts, but I accept that you are ignorant. Some of the opinions you have are due to the fact that you don't have a wife. The day you will marry, get back to your views. My friend, I spend much time with old people who are married. I don't spend time with women. I don't spend time with young men. I spend time with old people. Anything that you hear me saying, Sakatum, is I've just transferred from my old people. Now you allow her to provide for your family. Then after 10 years come back to me. Niambie bwana, siku hizi sina authority. Niambie siku hizi nikiongea wanisikizi. Simply because, first of all, niandikie hapo, are you the head of the family? Do you agree that you are the head of the family? Do you agree that you are above the woman? Hizo vitu mbili tu. Hiyo ukinijibu ndio ndakwambia ni kwa nini you are supposed to be the sole provider of your family. Yes, hiyo ndio nangoja. Now I'm dealing with resilience. In this world, or in this earth, or in this earth that we are saying it is hard, there are many things that we always pass through. Very hardship life, very difficult moments. In most cases, if you are going through hardship as a family, the most person to be resilient there is you as the man. Shifting grades, I think that is it. I've seen it there. Shifting grades, that is the channel name. You will follow for physics and maths lessons. I'm saying this. Nobody will remove problems in the life of a man. The problems are there. Some of them are knocking each time, each minute. And the only thing that we need to do is to be resilient. Being resilient means standing in the time of adversities, in the time of problems, not allowing your problems to put you down, not allowing them to prevent you from working on other things. So being resilient is a certain mental strength that men should be having. If I talk about mental strength, it is something that you need to gain with time. I'm a fan of football. And sometimes I watch football and I see that this team is lacking mental strength. Maybe they have been beaten too. And because they have been beaten too, even the way they play it changes. They play a very poor game until you are sure of, what's wrong with this team. It's simply because they have been beaten. But there's a team they can even be beaten 3, but they will still play as if they're leading. They will still defend as if they're the best. Why? Because they have the mental strength. They are very resilient in whatever they're doing. So you can never differentiate men from problems. Man and problem are the same thing. Problems and man are the same thing. They're always together. They always move together. Where we have a man, we have a problem. And when a problem arises, you don't run to your wife mwambie niko na shida. Hata yeye pia atakutoroka na atashangaa na wewe. Kuna mashida yenye the women can solve. You know, I started by saying most of the advice is a man seek from other men, like me. That's why Mutama is telling me. By the way, Mutama, who told you I don't have a wife? So most of my advices I get from men. I'm not saying that I pick all of them. For example, if I ask Mutama to advise me, na nipe advice, advice Kenya ameweka hapa kwa comment. Do you think I will pick it? I will not. But there's some, there's some I will pick from them. Yeah. But a man and problems are the same thing. Resilience is the thing. Being strong in the time of adversities. Remaining strong always is the thing. Si mnajua mashida yenye tunapitianga as men. Somebody was saying, now I have known why my dad in the evening used to go and sit down under a tree alone na radio. Ameenda na radio, amefika hapo, lakini pia hiyo radio amesima. Yeye ametoka kwa nyumba na radio, ametoka ameenda hapo nje. Kufika hapo nje akasima hiyo radio na akakaa peke yake. So radio ndio ile ilikuwa inamfanya muone okay, dad ameenda kusikiza radio, lakini si kusikiza radio. It's a way of becoming resilient to very many problems he's facing. Very many problems he's facing. Somebody is texting me, somebody is watching, then text me via WhatsApp again. Si ange text hapo ati anasema some of the problems we go through as men that we need to be resilient with are women. I will not read your name because umekataa kuandika hapa kwa live chat. I will not say that the problem we go through are women. We don't see women as problems. As long as you categorize them together. Kuna mtu pale juu alianzisha chat akasema women are classified as children. That's what we do in our community and we live well with them. Hata ukienda sherehe. Like nowadays, sherehe inakuwa attended by everybody. Men, children, women. So there will be 2 queues for food. Ikifika time ya kula kuna laini mbili. Laini ya wanaume na laini ya watoto. So you will never find a woman or a child kwa laini ya men because they're dealing with their own things. So you put them on the other side, you put this one on the other side. Right from your tone and attitude. And the atmosphere. Amesema tone, attitude. Kwani umetupeleka kwa nini? Poem. What is the tone? What is the attitude? Ingine ilikuwa gani? The atmosphere. Hapana. Ni sawa. There are the problems then. So that is it. Now, for me, I've just picked some of the things that it is used to be done by our forefathers. Unless now you convince me that our forefathers were wrong, of which you cannot convince me, they were never wrong. They were right. There are only two things. Okay, we just improve on them, but we don't say that they were wrong. Somebody was posting and saying, as a man, you must have two houses, two rooms, uh, one for your wife and that one for the peace. That was somebody posting. I'm not commenting on that, but that's true. I'm not commenting on it, but most of the old men I know wako na room yao kando pale, alafu kuna hii room yenye anakaanga na pipi, ile ya pale kando ni yake. My grandfather was telling me, now you can play my grandfather. Those who are saying that is true at your tone and their attitude, you can play my grandfather. Told me spending much time with them is not with women is not good, and that's why, in fact, if my dad could see me staying with mom like for 5 minutes or 10, he was so worried and will tell me to go to the field and bear kazi niende shamba niende nilime. Yeah. So when you stay with them, they will make, first of all, kwanza hiyo point yangu ya emotional discipline, they will drain you from that. They will teach you that when you have a problem, you cry. Whether a pain, kuna pain ya roho, kuna pain, physical pain, kuna easy pains mingi. What is there is, by all means, sitaki nirudie hiyo point, lakini ni venye kanajirudia yenyewe. You just stabilize your emotions. Now, it's 2 minutes to 11, and I don't want to go past 11. Yes, I don't want to go past 11. I want to, it's night right now, so asubuhi lazima tuamke kasi 5 ama 4, so we must sleep a little bit. I'm not actually following 100% the things of our forefathers. Kuna moja waliniambianga, lakini because of the timetable venye tunafanyanga na venye wanafanyanga haishikani. Like I have very many grandfathers, by the way. I have very many of them. Kuna moja aliniambia, bwana, sisi kama watu fulani, don't allow the sun to rise while you are still in bed. Don't allow the sun to rise while you are still in bed. I picked it very well. Yeah, I'm not supposed to allow the sun to rise while I'm still in bed. And when he says it in my language, there's a way it comes out very well. Mwanaume, usikubali jua ichomoke ukiwa kama bado umelala. Sasa nilikuwa nataka kumuuliza, sasa kama sina kazi niamke ningoje jua ikuje ichomoke? Kaniambia, wewe amka tu, as long as you are out of the bed, you can never lack something to do. Sasa yeye anaamkanga 5:30, mvua ikuwa inanyesha, ikuwa inakosa kunyesha, yeye ameamka 5:30, ametoka nje, ameenda kuona ng'ombe yake kama bado iko, anazunguka kwa shamba yake. Shamba yenye aliona jana jioni, yes, ilikuwa, lakini bado ameenda kutembea kwa fence. Anakutana na mzee mwingine wa jirani, ako na blanketi pia, amejifungia blanketi, anatembea pia, wanatembea wote. Then ikifika 7:30 ndio atarudi na blanketi yake polepole, airudishe kwa nyumba na atoke aende. Mahali nilifunja hiyo sheria, for example, a time like this, for example, kama ningemaliza hii talk yangu hii, Then I go and do something else for the next maybe 2 hours. Maybe there's something I'm writing for the next 2 hours. You will realize that it will be heading to 2. Kuna siku hata nafanyanga shughuli zangu mpaka 3. Even 4 I've done nikiwa na kazi mingi. Nafanya hata mpaka hiyo hata asubuhi. But sasa huwezi niambia nifanye kazi mpaka 4. Then niamke before jua ichomoke ama ichomoze. But he had a point, because by then, during their times, they used to sleep early. Ikishafika 6, hata saa ikifika 6, 7, ameenda kwa kale kanyumba yake pale, amewasha moto, ana relax huko. So by saa 12 ako up na amepika matembezi. Lakini ungempea, but kuna siku tulikuwa na masherehe almost 1 week continuous, and we used to sleep around 12, but yeah, alikuwa anaamka to 5:30 until I saw as if I think we had problems, but alisema kama nyinyi hamtasikia, yeah, as long as amepass information kwetu tuifuate. Na mimi nikamwambia, mimi si unajua nafuatanga maneno yako, ndaifuata. So all the teachings actually they used to keep men as men, but nowadays we need to talk on that. One last more comment from from Shifting Grade. Oh, so I'm Shifting Grade now. Unasema staying with them is not good, but deep down you want them. Hey, deep down you want them. Sasa niwafanyie nini hapa, niwapeleke wapi? Anyway, even if I want them, si kwa muda kidogo tu, alafu naachana na wao. I don't spend much time with them. Huyo grandfather wako angewaavoid saisi, au ungekuwa umezaliwa. Hapana, hakuwa anawaavoid completely. Wewe mtama, wewe usikii maneno, si kuwaavoid completely. Hapana bwana. I think sikuwa nimesema vizuri. A man must marry. Hiyo ndio tuanzie hapo. But I am not saying that you spend all time with the woman. Some nights with them, some nights enda ukae peke yako. Bwana wewe ni kaidi bwana. Wewe mtama. Deep down I want them. Okay, ni sawa. So thank you for following. You are free to share with other people. Ambassador Foundation YouTube. Kwa Facebook is just Ambassador. I hope you will share with everybody. Mostly I'm dealing with I always love encouraging men and moving with men together. Some majority agrees with me, majority disagrees with me. By the way, all these that Mudama has posted actually is a lie. He always agrees with me 100%. If I tu alikuwa anataka tu have a good night, have a pleasant week, tudumishe utamaduni yetu kama wanaume. Let's not behave as women, let's behave as men that the society depends on. Thank you.